Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 29th of July, 2019. We're going to reflect on Luke 10:38 to 42. Now as they went on their way, he entered a certain village where a woman named Martha welcomed him into her home. She had a sister named Mary who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to what he was saying. But Martha was distracted by her many tasks, so she came to him and asked, "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to do all the work by myself? Tell her then to help me." But the Lord answered, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and distracted by many things. There is need of only one thing. And Mary has chosen the better part, which will not be taken away from her." The Gospel of the Lord. Many interpretations of this story suggest that a life of prayerful contemplation is better than a life of service. This has resulted in a divide between secular work and sacred work, with the latter generally considered superior, usually by those engaged in it, but this is simply not true. The point of this story of Mary and Martha and what Jesus says to Martha is that service follows relationship, and when it does, not only does it become meaningful, it also becomes less worrisome. When Martha complains to Jesus, he says to her, "Martha, Martha, you are worried and distracted by many things. There is need of only one thing. Mary has chosen the better part, which will not be taken away from her." Listen to what Jesus is actually saying here. "You're worried about so many things, Martha. Why do you worry so much when I'm around? I understand you feel the need to serve me. After all, I'm a guest in your house. But the serving has to be joyful. Otherwise, what's the point?" Let us take heed of this, all of us who serve Jesus. We cannot be angry, grumpy people, especially when things aren't going the way we want them to. We need to be channels of God's grace always. This happens only if we spend time with Jesus, as Mary does in this story. Some of us in ministry are so busy serving God, we don't get time to be with Him, and it affects us, it affects those around us, and it affects the work that we do adversely. I have seen the truth of this in my own life. Now, there are many among us who don't actively serve God because they have regular jobs. They cannot be angry, grumpy people either. They too have to be joyful, and again, the only way to be joyful is to have Jesus around and be with Him. In Revelation 3:20, Jesus says, "Here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with that person and they with me." The door can be the door of your residence. It also can be the door of your workplace. Please note that Jesus says He wants to eat with us, not have us serve Him while He eats. Eating with somebody is a sign of fellowship. It establishes bonds. It builds relationships. And when we are in relationship with Jesus, we automatically gain confidence and competence. And if things go wrong, as they often do in the workplace, we will be better equipped to deal with them with Jesus by our side. Just try it.